Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and yeah, I know this isn't an informative video, but you know what guys, I have done literally hours of informative videos for you guys the last few days. There's plenty of that up there for you guys to watch, but this is for the people who want to know about the drama, and since I've had over 100, not just requests, but demands for me to answer this, I guess it's time for me to do that. So let me put on my +5 hat of weaponsmithing. Do a little bit of crafting, see if I can skill it up. And I wear the hat, for those who don't know, because it makes me look like a goddamn sexual tyrannosaurus. Bonus points for anybody who knows the reference. Now, it appears that Layne Norton got his panties very much in a bunch, and not only issued a challenge to me, but he requested that all of his fans come and tell me to take him up on his challenge, because I actually really and truly deeply care about what any of his fans or anyone who listens to him thinks about me. I value their opinions. Those of you guys who are going to watch this, you're his fans, I highly value your opinions, because you are such intelligent people who are not easily swayed by con men or charlatans in any way. So I definitely care about your opinions. But if any of you guys would like to buy some property, I have some really nice oceanfront property over in Arizona for sale. I'll give it to you guys at an amazing deal. Amazing deal. Now, Layne went on to issue a challenge in which he did what everyone else always tries to do. Look, guys, I don't know how many times I need to say this. Calling me a coward doesn't change the fact that I'm not interested in people's challenges. I'm not interested in their debates. I'm not interested in doing any of that. And calling a person a coward and saying they're going to back down, when I told you guys a year ago already, I'm never doing any of these. You can't back down from something you said a year ago you were never going to do. I don't know if how that logic gets lost on some people, but it's kind of like if I tell you guys I'm not going to shoot myself in the foot with one of these bullets, and then one of you guys double dog dare me and call me a coward if I don't do it. And then I say, no guys, I've already said I'm not shooting myself in the foot with one of my bullets. Maybe I'd shoot you in the foot with one of them, but not myself. That's not called a back down. That's called keeping my word. That's called being honest. See how that works? That's called standing your ground. And it's called not being a fucking moron. Jesus Christ, guys. Now, furthermore, not only have I already said I'm not interested in any of these challenges, I've made it clear publicly that due to all the crazy ass stalking I deal with, I have been explicitly asked by the police not to do public appearances, not to announce where I'm going to be publicly at any given time. All right, the local police have actually requested that of me in person. So I generally, when I'm asked to do something by a police officer, I find it's a good idea to do that. Not 100% of the time, but it's usually a pretty good idea. That was the advice that they gave me. Now, furthermore, Layne has made all this supposed generous offer. He's calling it a friendly offer. But you know, it's really difficult to take something as a friendly offer when a person has made a video, which I have kept an original copy of. I have it backed up. I've also given it to my family. I've given it to the FBI and to a lawyer. And for those who aren't aware, you can probably check on it. But yeah, I have filed a lot of stuff with the feds over all these crazy stuff online. And I've handed them 18 gigabytes of data. Now what they choose to do with it's their own business. But the point is that I've reported it, and I've got witnesses on the fact that this individual has said that he fucking hates me. And he said, and I quote, "That son of a bitch, Jason Blaha, I will pour fucking gas to watch him burn." I believe that's what you said, Layne. Did I get that wrong? Because I can check the video again if we want to get a direct transcript. But I'm pretty sure that's what you said. So it's kind of hard to take anything that you say as a friendly offer when a person has said they fucking hate me and would pour gas to watch me fucking burn. You know? Yeah, I don't think your offer's too friendly there. Furthermore, when you've made statements like that and you've made it very clear that you want me dead, you invite me to a location of your choosing. Oh, and even offer to have your weapons checked so that I feel safe. Is it gone, Layne? Is it fucking gone? The word stupid written across my fucking forehead. Because clearly someone wrote fucking stupid on my forehead. If you honestly think, I believe that you wouldn't pay to have me killed if I were to show up at a predisclosed location. I've already said before publicly in a video that I want everyone to know that if I get killed, you're the lead suspect. My family's going to make sure of that too, that you are the lead suspect who hired a hitman to kill me. I've already stated that publicly before. Now, that being said, furthermore, Layne, you not only said those things about me, you admitted to paying videos, and I have the evidence, all the screenshots of you paying to promote videos that led to the stalking of myself and led to the stalking of my loved ones. Now, you can act all high and mighty all you want with your false accusations that I threatened members of your family. You can play that game all you want, but when you deliberately post material that included an address of one of my loved ones who is actually about 1,000,000 times nicer than you or I actually are, let me make that clear, Layne. The person whose address is there is a better person than you and I have ever been or will ever be, and has never hurt anyone in their life that I know of. They're totally innocent in all of this. You published their address. They have received to date, as a result of that, 17 death threats in the mail, along with other few items. So, you know, when you say things like that and you cause the direct stalking and torment of people purely because they're a loved one of mine and associated with me, and you allow your hatred to bring them into it as well and actually cause them real trauma in the real world, not stuff on the internet, not some make-believe threats by children on the internet, but real life threats and crazy stuff sent to their home, you don't have a moral high ground here, buddy. None at all. Furthermore, Layne, because you've showed that you want me dead, you said you'd pour gas to watch me burn and admitted you hate me. You are a concealed weapons holder, and you also possess NFA items. I know that for a fact. You have items registered with the ATF. Class 3 weaponry. And you've tried to actually harm people I care about. I want this public record too. I've said this in the FBI building, and I've said it in front of a lawyer. I consider you coming within a half a mile of me ever for any reason to be a potential threat of violence or immediate injury or death. I will repeat that, Layne. Because of your previous actions, I consider you intentionally coming within half a mile of me or any member of my family to be an immediate threat of bodily injury or death. And I will respond accordingly as the state of Texas allows. Furthermore, I've made it very clear, and I actually, again, put this in the materials I gave to law enforcement, that because of the crazy threats that you think I've made, I have no intention of harming you other than in self-defense. I have no intention of harming any member of your family, and will not, and I told the police, I will not go to the state of Florida. Ever. So if you try to make any such claims that I'm coming there to harm you, if I don't enter the state in which you and your family live and I refuse to even go there, I think it's fair to say I have no intention of causing harm. And I've told them I will not. I gave them my word that I will not go to the state of Florida. And it's just ridiculous that you're inviting me there under crazy false pretenses. When you know, I've stated before, I've been told not to do public appearances. I've stated before that I think that you do intend to have me killed. If you thought you could get away with it, you would. And what a golden opportunity to get away with it. And yeah, I mean, Layne, I'm not stupid. And calling someone a loser and a coward to try to goad their ego into doing it, that's the sort of stuff that works on you. And so I understand, because you have a fragile, frail ego. and you're a narcissist and an egomaniac, that you think that tactics that would taunt you into doing something are going to work on people who are more mellow and stable than you are, possibly more intelligent than you are. So I want you to think that through for a minute. That's not going to work. And you're talking about, oh, I'll just humiliate him for not showing up. Have you seen the things that people write about me on the internet and say about me all day? Have you watched the hundreds of videos that are out there that go through great efforts to humiliate me, some of which have gotten over 100,000 views? Do you read the insane shit people write about me every day on the internet? Do you honestly think, no, seriously, do you honestly think there's anything that you could do that would humiliate me? That there's like literally anything that you could say or do that would cause me embarrassment or humiliate me at this point? Do you think there's anything anybody could say online at this point about me after all the shit that people have said that would cause me a single drop of embarrassment or humiliation? I'm so fucking far beyond that I don't care. You want to post my dick pictures? Go ahead. I don't fucking care. I mean, what are you going to do to humiliate me at this point? I've been accused of literally so much crazy, embarrassing type, insane shit all day long by so many people online that literally I am completely above embarrassment at this point. Like literally there is nothing that you could say that would embarrass me in any way. Like nothing at all. Like I'm so used to people saying stuff all day that I just laugh at this point. It's fucking crazy. Just read some of it. Read some of it. My God. Like, I don't think that you can come up with anything better than what people have already put out. Like, it's all been done already. I don't think there's anything left. I spawned a whole economy of people who make probably $1,000 or more a month on their YouTube channels talking about me. That's all they do. It's like, dude, seriously. Seriously. You can't really embarrass me at this point. And here's the thing. You called me a loser. But what sort of person who has this ego about the money they make, about their PhD, their education, and everything else, who continually calls another person a loser, another man a loser, yet they have spent, admittedly, $35,000 harassing them legally in courts, trying to silence them over giving their honestly held opinion. All right, honestly held opinion is supposed to be protected speech, particularly when it pertains to business, to bad products, bad information, things like that. Honestly held opinion is actually protected speech, at least in the United States. It might not be everywhere else in the world, but then again, you wouldn't have to be in another country. Now, as a so-called libertarian, find that interesting because you didn't like what I said, you didn't like my opinion, you spent $35,000 trying to shut me down. But notice I skated out of that, and you're kind of like, how in the hell did he do that? How did he show no assets? How did he show this? How did he get out of this? Because, Layne, I transferred out $25,000 I had sitting in a savings account in that country to another country long before the date that they could check it on. When I knew you were going to sue me, I hid all of my assets legally through legal loopholes that were available because I'm smarter than you and your fucking lawyers over there. I didn't even have to break the law to do it. All right, I did it all legally. That's how. I outsmarted you. And then I showed no assets, and I showed up to court in flip-flops, shorts, and a Superman t-shirt. Ask the lawyer who was there who you sent. I had a good old chat with him, shook his hand and everything. We had a lot of fun. And boy, did we laugh about the amount of money they took you for in that silly-ass lawsuit. Oh, and then on top of that, you've made like an hour of videos about me. Ranting and raving and screaming, talking about how you hate me, you would pour gas to watch me burn, called me a son of a bitch, like all sorts of indignant stuff, like you were really angry and upset. And then you admitted you paid money to have me cyberstalked and to spread crazy gossip videos about me and everything else. You publicly admitted all of that. So over someone who's a loser, if I'm that much of a loser, Layne, and you did all of that and you claim that I had you been out of shape for an entire year because I had an opinion, I had an opinion about you that you didn't like. I had an opinion about your work that you didn't like. You know what, dude? I have people who have opinions about my work that I don't like all day long, and they're more than happy to share it with me and make videos about it. I don't get bent out of shape about it. So you did all of that over my opinion. What does that make you? If I'm a loser and you invested that much into me, what does that make you? Now, you're talking about credibility. You wasted a PhD to support supplements. I want you to think about that for a minute. The supplement industry is the shadiest, most horrific industry I've ever seen. It is nothing but snake oil and con men and garbage and charlatans. You wasted a PhD. You're actually a pretty good biochemist, Layne. I'll give you that. You're a smart biochemist. You wasted that and threw it away on the fucking supplement industry to help these shills and con men. And you talk about credibility? Seriously? I want you to think on that. I want your viewers to think on that. You wasted a PhD to sell branched chain amino acids to help companies like Civation. And then talk about credibility. With training, you're busted up. You can't even squat and deadlift. I'm 5 years older than you. I am about to turn 40 on your birthday. I'm about to turn 40. I just pulled on camera this week, no belt, no straps, no sleeves. I just casually walked over and pulled 500 pounds for 7 reps. Not to failure, no grinders, work set. And I don't have any pain. I don't have any injuries. My joints feel good. My tendons feel good. I want you to honestly think about that with the way that you're busted up, that you think that you know so much more than me. You think you know so much more than me. But here I am, 40 years old, repping out 500 pounds without a belt, conventional, not sumo, wearing 1-inch thick work boots for a bigger deficit, repping it out. I do that 3 times a week, by the way. Up to 3 times a week, I pull 500 pounds for work sets. I don't have any pain. I don't have any injuries. And I know how to handle recovery and maximum training volume. You know what I do online? I teach other people how to do that. I teach other people for free. Yeah, I make a modest income on this. I make middle class income. I don't make the type of money you make, and that's true, Layne. I don't make the type of money you make. But I don't scam people. I don't hustle people. I don't promote garbage products. And I promote sound training philosophies that are going to allow people to continue to lift for the rest of their lives without injuries and have stronger joints and tendons and bones and everything than they would have otherwise had. You know what? That's what I do online. That's what I do. You bust yourself up and you injure yourself on camera over and over and over. And telling everyone to quit being lazy and to outwork, and what has it gotten you? You're fucking broken. And you're teaching other people, you're teaching young men to do the same stupid shit. While pimping useless fart powders and products that people don't need. They could just get this stuff from food, from Whole Food. They don't have to support this charlatan industry, but you do. That's what you do online. Why I teach young men and women how to train in a way that's going to let them continue to be healthy and strong and fit when they are way older than you're going to be when you're in a wheelchair. And you talk about credibility. And I called it last time you hurt yourself before this big back injury that you were going to put yourself in a wheelchair. Now you're hurt even worse after I said all of that. And now you're talking about you're going to come back and do it again. You know, Layne, I don't need to debate you. I don't need to debate you to crush you. You are doing it to yourself for all of your audience to watch. You are destroying yourself joint by joint, disc by disc, with terrible training workout after terrible training workout. I don't have to do anything or go anywhere to crush you. I'm doing just fine doing my own thing, mentioning you once every 100 to 200 videos that I do when you do something really stupid that needs to be addressed. And you know what? You sure waste a lot of money and effort worried about me, but you know what? Weeks go by at a time where I don't even think about you, your name, or your face. It never even enters my head. I don't actually worry about you that much, to be honest, bud. But you sure worry about me, and you sure spend a lot of money on me. Now you tell me who's the fucking loser. Alright guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.